Where do I belong in the world? Am I a mistake? God, if I could only have a second to just pick your brain. If it isn't too late. I know I don't deserve it. And it's probably a no, but I've been changing my ways. I'd thought you'd like to know. But I seem to be getting no closer to you. And feel all alone. But that's not something new. Am I even doing right? I wish I only knew at the end of the night. I'm seeing things that are too crazy to even believe. And when I point them out, they just tell me to stop watching so much TV. Worst of all, some tell me to pack up and leave. I was born here and raised on the American dream. But you won't believe what's happening. It's unfathomable to the utmost degree. There are alphabet people. And filth in the streets. Everyone fighting over bathrooms. While people don't have a place to sleep. And there is human trafficking. And killing in the streets. Can you tell them to quiet down? I'm trying to rest in peace. I don't know if I'm in the right place. It's too dark to see. I asked for directions from people that claim to know you and to believe, but they told me to go to hell. So that's where I'll be. I promise I'm not trolling. I can honestly not see the path they laid out before me. Before social media, that thing that made everyone celebrities. Well, before then, men stormed boats to fight over tea and taxation, and stood up for their families and beliefs. Now people pay to receive the tea on everyone else's families, and the world is just a big old meme. And it's hardly funny. I give up on the whole operation. It seems people just want it this way. Maybe I'm just old. At only 33. So can you tell them to pipe down? If they aren't going to do anything. As I sit in my cave like the Grinch on Christmas Day. Instead of singing in a ring around the tree, everyone is fighting. So please tell them life's a gift. And they should act accordingly. Can I go to heaven now? Will you let me in? I don't know how to get there. In the position I'm in. I was baptized as a baby. And they say that's all it takes. I feel like that's lazy. So I keep on taking risks. And knocking at the gates. I'm afraid I might be being duped. Led by the devil to try and get to you. I hope I'm not being led by demons. Like some claim to. When I opened the Bible I saw everything. It was like my life flashing in front of my eyes. My brain started remembering everything. Every choice I ever made. Every person that has come before me in my life. At one point I thought, how great is this? A treasure map made just for me. Maybe I will make it out after all. If only I believe. But I never finished playing. Because I became paranoid and afraid. It was too good to be true. Everything I'd ever dreamed. So personal, so freeing. Everything I need. Like meeting a best friend. One that you haven't seen in years. It brought love in my heart. And streams of tears. It turned my world to color. And back into something new. However, I tried to tell people who didn't believe me. And they told me I was just being silly, never get to meet you. But no one is laughing. Not even me. Not at me or with me. Not even a haha or a tee-hee. So I came to the darkness. To just sit alone. And try to find peace next to this stone. Maybe this could be my very new home. Why do they call themselves patriots? But allow psychos to run the streets. The left is chanting they're coming for our kids. Hosting topless parties on the White House lawn. And sucking on each other's feet. Don't they know they can do what they want? If only they do what it takes to house themselves successfully. No one wants to see it. And no one seems to care. But they don't understand. Sometimes there are some things you just don't share. They claim an insurrection happened. One with no guns. We recently acquired one. But I think I should just shoot myself. And just be done. They call it deep state. Maybe it's actually that it's too late state. And they have my brain. But joke's on them. I wrecked that damn thing. I call it wake the fuck up and participate. Get off your phones and congregate. At the end of the day, it's for the children. I tell them if you were old enough to have them. It doesn't take an idiot to know that. Each one is a gift from God. But people constantly blow that. It's their responsibility to take care of them up to any age. They wanted them, but eventually throw them all away. When they don't do what they say. You'd never do that, God, would you? Maybe I'm a scrapped idea on a crumpled up page. And I'm just sitting in the way. I'll pick myself up and throw myself away. If you'd point me to the trash. I'll be on my way. Even the president's son doesn't claim one of his daughters because of her mother. They call her a stripper. But I think she is a beautiful, educated lady. Like Biden's first wife. The one he sacrificed to have his wretched life. The Bidens even hang a stocking for the dog. But not for the little girl named Navy they refuse to love. They say 81 million voted for him. But I think that's bullshit. Excuse my language, God, I've picked up a lot of bad habits, but being a hater just isn't it. Why can't people just get along? After all, it's for the kids, isn't it? Is that so wrong? You wouldn't fight with mom, would you, God? Do we even have one? I didn't sleep last night. Maybe you already knew that. I'm not even on drugs. I cried over the FBI releasing files, confirming our own government's greed accounted for stealing little babies. Selling children to be raped, harvested, eaten, and beaten. Babies, God, babies. It's too much for me to even believe. Where is our country's integrity? I always wanted to be a mom. But after a tumor took that from me, I let men and drugs consume me out of pain and self-loathing. Someone convinced me that that was the right thing to do, that I should be passed around to the homies. Because I was nothing but damaged goods. And that there was no use for me. Not even in the hood. I wish someone would have told me. I was worth more than that. Worth anything. But maybe that's just not a fact. To be honest, I wouldn't even leave my dogs in this social climate. They're on their last leg. And quite possibly in their final days. And we can't afford either of our medications. Thanks to inflation and supply chains. Making it impossible to afford anything. Speaking of climate, it's getting pretty hot. The reptilian people must be real worried, being cold-blooded and all. I'm sure the heat rising will kill the swamp. I read that we all have a reptilian part of our brain. It's in charge of survival instinct, so aren't we all reptilian people just trying to survive at the end of the day? Maybe that's just a conspiracy. They tell us all sorts of things. People claiming it's a dog-eat-dog world out there. But I thought that was for the dogs. And that you gave us free will. So we didn't have to live that way. Do all dogs go to heaven? I got two. Minnie and Bob. You'd really like them, God. I sure do. If not, I promise they'll grow on you. I try not to break promises. But I have in the past. Bobby is an angel. And Minnie is, well, special in a funny kind of way. If you'll just let them in, I could die happy today. A sacrifice I am willing to make. It's a deal I can't refuse. Knowing my fur babies are with you. I don't have much money. Or very many things. But I'd give them all up in a heartbeat. And be fast on my way. In fact, could I share the doghouse in heaven with them? I don't want to be a bother. We are used to confined spaces. That's nothing new. We can make do. If only I could get in. Somehow, some way. And be safe with you. They said the only way is through you. And you'd tell me the way too. So, I'll sit here and wait. I just hope it isn't too late. Anyways, so what kind of fruit did they eat in the garden? Was it really an apple? I read apple seeds are poisonous. Cyanide or something. I'll have to fact check that later. That's what we do these days. Hit up Google for answers. But I thought this time, I'd just ask you directly. Is that why they fell asleep? Am I asleep right now? Is this all just a dream? My mom once told me, swallowing watermelon seeds would sprout within me. I don't know what's real anymore. I just had a doctor tell me I had possible vegetation in my heart, whatever that means. I hope it wasn't a tomato seed. I hate those things. They put me under anesthesia. I don't remember a thing. Maybe it was the men in black, deleting my memories. I don't feel the same since I've come home. Dead almost. Or like I'm stuck in purgatory. Or a psychological war. Maybe I'm in coma. Maybe I'm stuck in psychosis. Is this a simulation? Or maybe a psyop? I asked my parents if they think I may be depressed. And they told me maybe I should just get some rest. We are stuck in a rut. And we need your help. I freed myself to come find you. But all I found was hell. I don't see you anywhere. And this gate is closed. Nothing going on back there. Maybe I got the wrong gate. I suppose. Kind of like Camp Pendleton. Close to where I live. I heard they just found a Marine there. With a stolen kid. The Marines used to be so sexy, brave and straight. Now our military is picking out matching tutus. For what feels like World War VIII. People constantly dogging California. And avocado toast. But when my grandpa built his home here, that's what fed his family. And funded their clothes. He built a little slice of heaven. It's all I've ever known. But now we are getting pushed out. With no place to call home. We live in a place called Fallbrook. It's just a little blip on the map in a blue state. Gavin Newsom is our governor. And he is absolutely insane. And definitely a snake. I never thought I'd say this, but I miss the good old days. I'm just trying to find Sean, the brother I lost long ago. I can't make it in this world. And I don't want to die all alone. But since I've been clean, a single friend seems to be a dream more than a reality. And people can't even stand the sight of me. Or even to be around me. I have so many questions. And go to the extreme. But even Matt and Mary told me, I just need to calm down and breathe. I guess I'm bad company. Or maybe my own worst enemy. Or maybe I just missed the party. I used to be the life of the party. On time to each one. But nowadays I find myself behind by 5 to each one. I must have missed the rapture. I'm sure it was a sight to see. I was in a self-induced drug coma. It's hard to believe. I don't expect anyone to take pity on me. I know what I've done. I honestly thought dying would be much more fun. Like flying a kite, or riding a bike, or playing the drums, or waking up from a bad dream. But this one drags on. Will I get to leave when the big one comes? A deep dark voice called out.
Look around, you're right on time.
I can't, it's too dark. Please don't do this to me. I already feel crazy. On time for what? My funeral? Can this really be real? Have I really died? Oh please. I was just talking to my mom. She just went to work. I don't want to bug her. And tell her I'm scared. From what? She'll ask. Or what's wrong? Are you hurt? Oh no, I'm starting to panic. I cannot see and cannot flee. As my legs barely can carry me. Please, I'm holding on by a thread. If I lose it now, I'll never make it out. Where is my pipe? Oh no, I smashed it. In the midst of the hype. I can't do this. This doesn't seem right. I know I really messed up. I guess you want me dead. And honestly, I understand. So does my dad. I asked God for help. But I guess it's time for Satan to be fed. While I laid lifeless that day, I prayed for him to give me the confidence to know that one day I'd be saved. I said I didn't want to die like that. Have my mom discover another dead kid. She doesn't deserve that. In any sort of way. Oh no, what have I done? If I only knew I'd find myself here so soon. I would have covered my tracks. I'm such a buffoon. Here things were just starting to get good. I wanted to save the world. Oh God, what have I done? I came to kill the devil. But I ended up dead instead. I did what I thought was right. To live a better life. I went looking for answers. And I guess I just can't get right. The voice growled.
Look around, Brittany, and see what you've done.
I know it's dark and scary down here. I feel the rocks under my feet. I'm here to surrender in defeat. I can't do it no more, Satan. You beat me. I failed. Maybe I was just never meant to be. But please just send me Sean. I know I did wrong. I deserve to pay. But before I go, can I just see him one last time? Before I pass away. So I know he's okay.
I said, look, Brittany.
I felt my body being shook. Why do I even try? I said I was sorry. I guess this is where I die. I'll just lay here if that's fine. Tell the world I am sorry. Satan, you can take me. Just leave everyone alone. I played your game for far too long. But if you want me, you'll have to come get me. I even prayed one day that God would give you a hug. This is what I get though. That's what happens when you play with bugs.
Get up.
No, I can't. Please not today, Satan. My mom said to say that when I want you to go away, because I don't feel okay. And when you try and get your way, oh my God, I can't breathe. Like arms wrapped around me. What is happening? I'm going to explode. Please let go of me.
Never, Brittany, I love you. Here, step on my steel toes and give me a kiss.
Why does all this feel so familiar? What is this? What don't I know?
Open your eyes, Brittany. You've been praying. You're not alone. And that's not a stone, that's God's throne. The darkness is the shadow. You are home, but not for long. You are not in the dark. You are at the top of the mountain. With your eyes closed.
Oh.
It's me, Sean. I only have but a moment or so. You're early, not late. It's not your time yet. The boys have been at war, fighting for your life, Amp. More. I've been with you every day since I left. I could hear you at all times. Remember? I told you that before. We all can, so watch what you say. Get out of your head, Brittany. The hard part is already done. And you've already won. Now go about your days and finish with a bang. I love you, little sister. And I'll see you again one day.
He yelled,
Remember to pray.
As he flew away. So what do I do now? I called out. A voice called down from the heavens way up above, like nothing I ever heard before.
You go play with your friends, and when you're ready to come home, I'll be there to get you like I promised I would, but only I know when you're ready. That's on my say, so be mindful where you wander and what you say. I've told and shown you all you need to see. It's not everything, because everything is just for me. You can confidently say you've won what many others won't brave. By the way, you did it the hard way. Next time, try knocking or giving me a ring. You could have just asked for help a little sooner. But you made it, and that's the main thing. Maybe try the handle next time. God's house is never locked. For no evil dwells here. Devils can't even knock. Remember, have fun and be you. And love everyone you come across, as if they were you. Remember the hardship you had to go through. Don't wish it on anyone, and it won't come true if you see wrong being done. You call upon your father and brother, and they will take care of it for you. The boys are out fighting demons, and the women are comforting the babies and lost souls. But evil still lurks in the world, and you're going to help save it. We need you ready to go to war. You have one life, spend it right. Only lay it down for what you know is right in a fight. Don't worry, it won't hurt when the time comes. Be mindful about everything, no more messing around. This is life and death. This is the final test. You don't get a second round. If anyone wishes you harm, just smile at the devil and let them know. At the end of the day, I get to go home. Only the good die young. Only evil lasts forever. Remember? So continue to shed light on anything you see, and leave the rest to the one and only me. But please don't drive yourself crazy. Things will work out just by you telling people about me. And if they have a problem and they don't believe, just tell them nicely to take it up with me. Your Lord and Savior, your daddy. The big G.O.D. That's all I need. But remember, you are free. Don't let the devil convince you of anything that you didn't hear from me.
But God, what if Satan slays me?
I own every soul on earth. He doesn't have what it takes to buy what belongs to me. Do you think I flint when the devil walks in? Nor should you. You are my child. Don't you be afraid. He might trick you and make you feel like nothing. But I gave up my only son for the ones I love. The devil has given nothing to absolutely no one. All he does is take. He's nothing but a fake. He might distract you from your task, so make haste and don't look back. What goes up must come down. Be grateful for the distance you came. For every dollar ever stolen from my children, every tear ever fallen, will drown the person who caused it, unless they apologize or regret it. The system I will purge. The world is about to take a turn. All I promised was life, not that it'd be easy. All I ask for is cooperation in return. You must earn your way into the gates. And you're doing great.
What about the others?
They chose wrong, and what happens in the darkness will come to light, because people like Richie the barber are helping in that fight. The devil can't promise anything. He can only make you believe. But if you believe in him, you must believe in me. And with him, you'll end up with nothing. Nothing here nor there, nowhere. Do you hear me? I've given enough warnings. Things are going to change. The only unforgivable sin is to give the devil my due. To give the devil what belongs to me. And that's you. Do not thank him for what I have done in your life. Money is man-made, and none of my creations have a price or a credit score when they are born. Your wealth is in heaven, in which soon you'll explore. There is no amount of money that can buy into heaven's doors. So you warn the world, let them know I'm coming, Yell it with all your might. Soon, baby girl. Everything will be all right. I've been hard at work from the day that seed hit the egg. But now it's time for you to stand on your own two legs. You can see me now. My presence in your life. You cannot hide. You cannot deny. Let's not fight. No, I don't hate you. Don't be absurd. Amp, please don't be sad. But there were lessons you needed to learn. I was just being a dad. No, the CIA doesn't know your whole life. Me and you have secrets. And that's all right. Contribute where you can. Everyone has a role. Never be ashamed to ask for something you need. If anyone denies you an honest need, I'll make sure they'll hear about it from me. But don't ask for things you do not need, because not everything in this life is 100% free. I love you, my daughter. One day you'll be a queen. You and your brother will inherit the animal kingdom like Adam and Eve.
I'm sorry, I just don't see it. I'm sorry, I think you got the wrong person. I'm just me, just Brittany.
No, my love, I make no mistakes. I gift each of my children a piece of the puzzle that makes up something great. You'll see. Just not today. Be patient. Just wait.
God, you've done so much for me. I apologize for asking. But did I not see my piece? Did I lose it along the way? I'm sorry if I wish I would have known. I would have kept it safe. Had I known it existed, I would have never let it get away. Geez, God, I really fail at everything.
You let yourself go, but you made your way back. You are the gift I gave to your parents, and you are a gift I gave to the world. And I gave you the best piece of them all. You love, you care, and are very aware what's happening in the world. You were brave enough to venture to where many men wouldn't dare, to try understand just how the problems could be repaired. The United States is the promised land, and she'll be repaired soon. When the last trump sounds, it'll be "Let's go, Brandon." Moral order will be restored, and the fireworks will boom in the air. And as Tom MacDonald says, all you'll see is American flags everywhere. I know all my children, and I do not forget. I know you can't see it, but I can. And the time is not yet. Pray for patience and you'll be all set. Your brothers and sisters are all waking up. Don't fret. Look for them everywhere. People like Ren. I see that heart of gold I gave you long ago has become tarnished and old in all of your woes, but that's okay. We'll get it all shined up. Before I let you go, now sleep, my baby. It's time to go home. The war is almost over. Choose wisely which way you roam. Let everyone know God is coming for his children. The devil didn't win. Last call for alcohol and sin. It's closing time. Time to repent. The judges are here. Do not waver. Do not flinch. Remember, my children are righteous and live without sin, and not every battle is yours to win. If ever you get stuck, just look within. Steve says, tell that kid, if you can't be good, then be safe. And we can't go out that way. I know he isn't kin, but he's the father I sent to step in when he did. Just keep going. Life is a win-win. To be perfect is to be out of that skin. Don't worry, you'll make it in the end. Goodbye, my child, until we meet again. Your parents have your best interest, even David too. Be more positive and not so grim. The end of this life is the start of a new. You live and you learn. Amp, you make it through. You know what to do. You are simply on earth to do what you do. Root for the underdog and help the ones who don't have a clue. And high-five the ones facing hard times and lending a hand when you see something not right. Yes, you've made mistakes. I forgive you for that. You faced them and prevailed. Let everyone know that, and that they can too. You show them it's true. I'm with you forever and always. Do not forget that. I love you, my little brat.